My name is Ty Cole with the EUR Web, and I am talking to, two-time Grammy Award nominee D Smoke. D Smoke, you are just catapulting. I mean, from appearing on reality TV on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow, winning that competition, now being a two-time Grammy Award nominee, to now your second project. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're just like in awe right now.
Man, I'm certainly grateful. I've had an incredible experience following Rhythm and Flow. I have a strong team, so we're just proud of what we're able to share creatively and all the experiences we have. So we still going along for this ride.
I'm excited. Now, recently you just rocked the stage at the Kennedy stage with some top tier talent with Common. I mean, Robert Glasper, that's a classic man there, and so many more. Now, how does it feel to be back on stage again amongst your fans and your peers?
Oh, it felt amazing. And not just my peers. These are some of my idols in music. Common and Robert Glasper. Since a kid, I always wanted to not just make music, but make it mean something, make it move people and inspire people. And I feel like to share the stage with people who have done exactly that and have reached the peaks of music, is an honor, and it was a joy. We had a good time.
Awesome. Is there anything from your virtual concert performances that you look to incorporate into your live performances?
Yeah, there's a certain degree of like storytelling and set design that help create a complete experience. That's what we want to do with our tour, with the shows that are coming up. It's just create an experience for people around the music because they've already connected with the music. Those fans that'll come out and, set aside time on their weekend or weekday and go to a show, they've more than likely already connected with the music. It's just a matter of giving them an experience that they can remember and take back.
I think that's the beauty of, being an artist. And I think a lot of times some new artists may miss the mark because you want to get an experience. Mm-hmm. And I feel like from your performance last year at the BET Awards, which to me, I thought was like awesome. Like you definitely gave me an experience that I was looking for. So I feel like that's something that a lot of fans are connecting with you with. Because I feel when I listen to your music, when I hear the words, it's like I go into like this trance. And it's like I'm feeling what you're saying, but like literally. So I think that's a beauty of just who you are as an artist. Now, after winning Rhythm and Flow, things have just been awesome for you. What's been like the biggest surprise that I would say for you that you've experienced after winning that competition, having your first project out, and now, being a two-time Grammy Award nominee? Like, what's like the biggest thing that you did not expect to happen at this point in your career after winning that competition?
I always gave myself like 3 projects before we were in the Grammy conversation. And so for it to happen the first go round, in terms of the full album, is like, it's mind blowing. It's like, wow, we there, not that we've arrived in any sense, but we've hit a milestone so early, and this is something that we give ourselves time to do, and it happens long before what we projected. So that was a surprise. And then everything else is just like added bonus, being able to share the stage with my family, with me and Sir performing, like you said, at the BET Awards virtually, being able to make music with my family. Me and Sir have a single out called Common Sense. That is a jazz song, you know what I'm saying? And those are just added benefits. But I was surprised when we found out the nominations came in, because we got accustomed to being up for consideration.
And that's a beautiful thing. Now, many folks may or may not know, but Sir is your brother, but some folks may not know that you actually have another relative in the business, Tiffany Goucher. Now, will we kind of see more collaborations amongst the family? And, maybe a little far-fetched, but maybe like a collaboration family project.
Absolutely. Tiffany Goucher, that's my heart. That's my younger cousin. We grew up really close. Her mom and my dad, her dad and my mom. Yes, her dad and my mom are brother and sister. Damn near twins. They're really close in age and they look alike. And so we grew up like more like siblings than we did cousins. And I just remember when Tiff was 10 years old, her playing her playing the keys and singing and playing her beats, and we were like, wait, hold up, because we were teenagers. I was like 13, and we had been signed as kids and been in the studio, and then our younger cousin comes along and she's a genius, and so we've been making music for years. That's how we started off with our Camp Woodworks, and my older brother Davion Farris is also an artist. He's incredible, and he has songs everywhere, and is now about to have a chance to get behind his own music, so it's just beautiful to be able to share these types of platforms with family, and deservingly so. Like they're their own beast, their own artists. You know what I'm saying? I have the utmost respect for Tiff creatively, so.
Love that. Now, I'm not sure if you've been tapping in social media, but social media, I think at least about like 2-3 times a week, there's always an infamous debate or question that's posed amongst the Twitter community. Now, recently, there has been a question where people have been debating where they will either take the 500K that JayZ would give them or take the dinner that JayZ would possibly give them. Now, Tidal also entered the chat, and the Tidal social media account manager, they actually said they would take the money. But, D Smoke, if you had the chance to sit down with JayZ or take the money, which would you choose?
I would take the money.
You taking the money?
I would take the money. This is the thing. Okay. There's plenty of people that JayZ sits down with that don't pay him to do so. So I'm just confident that what I do, will afford me an opportunity to sit down and chop it up with JayZ when that time is right, and I don't want it to be an exchange. Like, here's some money for a dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want it to be mutually beneficial, mutual interest, common ground. Of course, JayZ is JayZ, a billionaire. He's at the peak of all that he's done. But I've seen him show interest in young, promising artists and whatnot. So I just believe that when I'm supposed to sit down with JayZ, that'll happen. In the meantime, it's a lot of things I know what to do with 500 grand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Have you met JayZ yet?
I've never met JayZ. I've done a lot of stuff with Tidal. I've worked with Rock Nation artists. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't met JayZ in person, because at the time when I started doing stuff for Tidal and Rock Nation, it was during the pandemic, so we were working remotely. So that's kind of how things were going.
Okay, how do you envision your first encounter with him? Because recently, heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, he actually just stated that in an interview that when he met JayZ, he was excited, wanted to get a photo with him, and he actually grabbed his wrist. And he said JayZ looked at him like, what's going on here? And they took the photo. So how do you imagine your first encounter with the billionaire to be like if you had a chance to? Are you grabbing his wrist to take a photo?
Hell no. Oh. Hell no. I'm not grabbing his wrist. I'm not grabbing nobody. That's my pet peeve. Like, people are people, and I respect people. And, I know when I get a chance to meet my idols and my the people that I admire and look up to, I hope to be able to capture that moment. You know what I'm saying? So in that sentiment, I want to take as many pictures as possible with people who I inspire, who look up to me. I understand that. However, when I get grabbed, it's just automatically a violation, so I've had to tell people, and you just got to take that moment to educate people. Like, hey, look, I'm a human being, and you crossed the boundary. So let's try this one more time. Because it's usually like older Black women, like aunties and grandmas, be like, boy, if you don't come back and take this picture, it's like, hold on, mama.
Wait a minute.
Don't grab me. Exactly. Don't grab me, Now let's try again. How you doing, lovely? And then we take the picture. So no, I wouldn't grab JayZ. It's the utmost respect to what he's done. I grew up listening to JayZ. I know plenty Jay verses, you know what I'm saying? But I just imagine that, we'll exchange words and he'll do what he does and shed light on something, or share wisdom, or just chill and decide to be in, JayZ mode, whatever that is.
Hey, I'm gonna manifest that you're gonna be at the Rock Nation brunch next year, okay?
There we go. I'm manifesting that along with you.
Okay, and my manifest, I'm in there too. So we're gonna be in there together.
Let's go.
Now, another huge social media debate that's happening is Michael Jackson versus Drake, with fans saying that Drake in 2021 is bigger than the Thriller legend. Now, do you think that the two, because I would say they're both pretty much mega stars, especially Michael Jackson. Do you think it's comparable, or do you feel like they're in their own lanes and shouldn't be compared?
They're for sure in their own lanes. I'm not from the school of compare other people. I don't think it's healthy to compare other people. Drake is Drake. You know what I'm saying? And to compare him to Michael Jackson is to try to begin to diminish one of the other. And neither can be diminished. You know, Drake has done incredible things in music, in rap, in entertainment, in pop culture. And man, he's a brilliant young man still doing his thing. Of course, we all know Michael Jackson's impact on the world. And so I don't believe in comparing those two at all,
Okay.
No.
Okay. Now, you recently shared a photo with Alicia Keys, Swizz Beatz, amongst other legends. And while you promoted your album, which drops tomorrow, you also promoted her new video having a star-studded cast. Now,
Absolutely.
are you possibly appearing in that video? And how was that encounter for you meeting those two?
Oh man, it was beautiful to meet Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys. When I found out that Alicia Keys was aware of me at all, I was like, whoa, Alicia, she knows who I am, because she worked with my brother. They did a colors performance that was dope. And when he did that, I was like, bro, big things,
Happen.
And so to find out that she's aware of me, I was like, oh, I'm reaching out like, hey, Alicia, I hope to, do something with you. Of course, she inspired what I do, being that we both play keys. We both have somewhat of a classical background and approach to music and piano. And so she responded and invited me and my wife to that video shoot. And, to me, Swizz Beatz and grow up, because I grew up producing before I was rapping. So to grow up listening to what he's doing, all that he's doing in music, and then to meet him, is like, man, that's one of those epic moments. And of course, we just had a good time. And I got a chance to play the piano for Alicia, we just chilled and vibe, and they shot a music video. So we'll see what happens if I make the cut, And she was very, very down to earth, very personable, and just had a loving spirit, and just brought the people in the room together, as did Swizz, being super proud of his wife, MC in the room, and just making sure everybody had a good time. It was a dope experience. So shout out to them, shout out to Lala, that video, and yeah, it's going down.
Awesome. What was her take when she heard you play the keys? Like, was she like thoroughly impressed? Like, did she critique your key playing?
Nah, it wasn't a critique. It was love. She pulled out her phone and was like, "This nigga D." I don't know if she said nigga, but she's like, "This D Smoke right here playing," because I was playing a classical piece, going ham, and she just really showed love.
Love that. Now, one thing we're all excited for and excited about is War and Wonders. Now, this drops tomorrow, September 24th. Yes, now, how excited are you for this project, and what can we expect?
Man, I'm so excited. You can expect me to step outside of my comfort zones, to push boundaries, from, if you look at the project as a tale of two different sides, the war side is going to push some buttons. A lot of people see the conscious storyteller and this and that. And, we talk about both the literal war in the streets and the internal war that we all fight just to stay balanced and keep our head on our shoulders. And then the wonder side, it ranges from wisdom to love to, thought-provoking music. So it's really one of those projects that's gonna challenge people's views of me, but then also, bring it home to something that's very palatable and warm and loving.
Okay. Now, how do you keep yourself balanced amongst like all the things that are happening in the world, in hip hop and music? How do you as an artist remain balanced within your own internal being?
I'm a very spiritual person, so I like to pray every day, pray, meditate, spend time in nature. I live close enough to the beach to really just ride my bike, spend time with loved ones, and sometimes it's, I work out regularly. I listen to audiobooks and read when I can, and practice piano often. So those are the things I do in my own time to just bring me back to a ground level.
Is there a favorite song that you have on the album that you can't wait to perform for your fans and for us to hear? Like one that really, really just is dear to your heart that you love, that you're like, yes, I can't wait for everybody to hear this track.
It's several. It's so many. I share Common Sense. Common Sense is special to me, and that's one of the singles. So the world has already started responding to that. It's Me and Sir. It's beautiful, and that's produced by Jairus Mosey, J-Mo, and Common Sense is a special moment, of course, because my brother's on it, and it's just a moment where we step back and we got jazzy and just spoke our mind, Yeah. And then but then we got moments like Road Rage where we talking our shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the world has seen Shame on You, so it's one of those bodies of work that takes you on a journey. We got some moments with Marsha Ambrosius, where,
Two tracks.
Yeah, two. So she's on Road Rage.
Great.
She's on Road Rage. But then she's on Time Is Ticking, or Clockwork is what we call it, so which is a very soulful, sultry, kind of like, love me as if the world is gonna end moment, you know what I'm saying? So that's a dope moment in the project, but it's just so many, I don't want to give it away.
Okay. Is there anyone that you wanted to have on this album that you couldn't get in time or this time around and hope to have for the next one?
Well, I was gonna work with Smino. We're still gonna work, but it didn't happen this time around. So that's one of those people that I know we're gonna work with. I wanted to work with Masego. We have a record that we worked on that we didn't see it making sense on this one, but it's just the artist community. It's so many brilliant people that I have the utmost respect for that I have yet to get in with. But Smino and Masego are probably those two that's like, man, whenever I get a chance.
I could really see you on your next project, and this is probably me manifesting because I want this to happen. Her, Ari Lennox, and Skip Marley.
Oh yeah, I've worked with Ari and Skip. I have yet to work with her, but we'll for sure do something. When the time is right.
When the time is right.
I also want to work with Blast. You know what I'm saying? When the time is right, what he's doing on the West is super dope, super commendable, and I just look forward to connecting.
That's awesome. Now there are many tours that are happening, this fall, including the one that you're a part of, Day in Vegas, which you'll be a part of with Tyler the Creator. We got SZA on the lineup, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, the lineup is just jam-packed. I gotta get my ticket. Now, how hype are you, to be amongst these other top performers, and who are you excited to watch rip the stage?
Man, I'm super excited. My brother's gonna be ripping the stage too, and it's interesting because for a long time before Rhythm and Flow, I was on stage with him playing keys, backing him up, and so I look forward to seeing it from a spectator standpoint. If I believe we're on 2 separate days, so I may have to pull him out onto my set so that we can do Common Sense and share that moment as brothers. But of course, I look forward to seeing him. I look forward to seeing Kendrick Lamar come back out and do his thing. It's a star-studded list, so it's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be fire. Now, for this new project that drops for fans, now you were nominated for 2 Grammys last year for your first project. Do you see the same fate happening for this album? And this album being the album is gonna bring the Grammy Gold home?
Man, you know what? Me and my team, we don't really focus on those things. Those are the things that are outside of our control. What's in our control, we put in the same work. We took our time and selected the songs the same way we did Black Habits. And we really put together a body of work that reflects who we've grown to be given all the previous experiences. So if all of that amounts in another nomination and perhaps winning one, then that's perfectly cool. But at the end of the day, we could be proud that, we did what we knew to do, and we move forward.
Okay. And your birthday is coming up October 17th.
Absolutely.
Right. What's the
Absolutely.
Libra gang?
Libra gang all day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know about all day. We're gonna have to talk
all
about
day.
that offline. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, all
Aries
day.
gang, I could rock with. Um, you got any big plans? Anything you are planning for your birthday?
I try not to spend my birthdays in the country. So
Mm,
we gonna escape somewhere. You know,
okay.
I ain't gonna tell the world, but we gonna be outside these borders.
Okay. That's what we like to see. Now, before I let you go, is there anything else you want us to know about? Whether it's like an award you're gonna be a part of, anything that's upcoming, let us know.
Um, we'll be at the BET Awards. You know, we did the BET Cipher, so look forward to seeing that, and just look forward to just connecting with the artist community and the fans further. You know, given that we're coming out of this time where we weren't able to connect that way, so excited about it.